on Dorinthea, going up against Shaun Leow
Ooh.
on Victor. And this is a matchup that I think is very interesting.
All right, this is going to be a fun one to cast. What do you think about this matchup between the clashing and the reactions from each side?
I think it's one of those things where if you are on the side of Victor, and you can see here Miller's grindstone already, you're preparing for these longer games, but you also kind of know for a fact that you are going to win every clash. A great start for the side of Shaun, though,
Oh man!
pitching away using Trouble 90 to gain immediately 3 gold for
Oh,
not a lot, and then also making the mites as well. So if you want to talk about a turn 0, that's a fantastic way to start. You know, I was about to say maybe, you know, like going for a little bit slower, but instead, no, it's just going to come out of the gate absolutely swinging.
yeah, I don't think you
Thinking
can
about
ask for
swinging the
anything
hammer.
better than this.
And
This is
interestingly, go on.
fantastic. Oh no, I don't have much to say. Just I'm stunned more than anything else. It's an incredible start. Getting all your gold condition is met. You don't have to worry about it now. You've got the Aurum Aegis as well, so you can even destroy a gold if you lose a clash. But I would absolutely be gobsmacked if Victor loses a clash here. The only way they can lose is by revealing one of their misses. I don't think Dory's revealing any attack actions.
And interestingly enough as well, if we actually take a bit of a look, shades of the past here for the equipment side of Justin, and we actually have Courage of Blade Hold in the
Ooh.
chest piece alongside of Refraction Bolters. So I have a feeling that Justin is not going to try and play this and like play for perceived value. I think he just wants to kill Shaun as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure what else you could do besides try and have one huge turn to rack up a couple counters, maybe with something like Listening Steelblade, and go for it.
Yeah, starting off though, all the way back to Welcome to Wraith here. Steelblade Supremacy going to come out, +2 and on hit draw a card. So already just starting to swing. So, ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in. This could be a long one. Speaking though of those clash cards you were mentioning before, Test of Iron Grip being the first, and scarily enough as well, this happens prior to reaction, so you can't even respond.
Yeah, this is brutal. Yep, losing that Ironsong, rough.
And we are just going to see the pass back. And it is one of those interesting things when you are playing Dorinthea, which is the fact that your opponents are constantly overblocking, that you can actually almost fatigue your opponent. It's super weird, but, you know, we are going to see something coming across. And interestingly, something we don't see attacked with relatively frequently, Clash of Bravado.
Yeah.
But it also, you know, does have +5.
I think that's got to be more what it is than anything else. Is you can convert your hand here. You've got an extra. I think Clash of Bravado is a base 7, so you're sending in the base 7 instead of the base 4 of Miller's Grindstone. So just getting that extra damage, and plus, is it +4? I think it's +4.
Yeah,
because
+4,
of
+4.
Three golden Aurum Aegis. Either way, setting in 11 here, it's going to be a tough one.
It's a lot of damage. It also had the Seismic Surge, and that's another thing that might be a little bit atypical as well. Not running the Tunic, just going to bring the Tectonic Plating in. Knows that we are going to need to block a little bit in this matchup, and probably doesn't want to bring a Balance of Justice in for no reason.
I think it's also important to mention the gauntlets as well. Often these gauntlets don't have a lot of extra text, but against someone like Dorinthea, it brings down the value of their reaction to get over the top by preventing the +1.
Regular Dorinthea turn there as well. Just deciding, you know what, I'm just going to block with 3 cards, swing the sword, and sort of scare my opponent. And this is the thing with because if you haven't watched Dorinthea in a very long time, Dawnblade is always so scary because it has to be respected every single time. We are going to see a clash happening as well. Of course, won by Shaun and just the pass back, but still got a card out of hand. So that was a 1-for-0 trade in Justin's favor in regards to the fatigue matchup. But you want to talk about swinging haymakers, the crackback immediately being presented. Spider Crush, terrifying versus any deck that cares about going in.
Yeah, there'll be no ability to buff your sword on the front here with Spinal Crush if it hits. But I have a feeling that we're going to see 3 cards thrown in front of this, block another 9, and try and go for the next turn cycle.
It's curious as well, taking a bit of a look. We don't actually have the players deck list, but Beat of Ironsong is a card that has been released. And I have a feeling that card might be the way that it gets over these really grindy matchups, because that card is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I haven't seen the modes on it for a while. I'm gonna pull it up, but as a side thing, I was playing a Teklo match and they debuffed all my armor off Fabricate, and I'll never forget that.
Ooh.
Okay, so we've got
Ooh.
choose X +1, where X is the number of +1 counters on an attacking Dawnblade. So the Dawnblade gets +1, or it gets go again, or cards defending Dawnblade can't Dawnblade attack can't gain defense, or damage target Dawnblade attack would deal can't be prevented.
Yeah. So definitely a powerful card, but like you said, in conjunction with cards like Glistening Steelblade, Ironsong Determination. So that second cycle definitely could be interesting. We're actually seeing Justin reaching
Ooh.
for the equipment, likes the hand, wants to instead actually be in a situation where he can start to crack some of this damage back. And if there's one thing that Warriors have already, it's a fridge. And to be honest with you, Lachlan, I think Dorinthea as a deck, when we see, Master Pack Guardian come out and so, like some of the cards we've already seen, I have a feeling this deck is going to be unbelievably terrifying.
Yeah, I think so as well. These new cards that let you just attack an additional time, extremely cool. Extremely cool.
And it's a really interesting metagame call as well for Justin because Dorinthea, if it does one thing quite well, it's really good into gravy. It's really good into board state decks.
Okay, so we see that he's saved for the Steelblade Supremacy here, trying to get those extra card draw.
Ooh, Steelblade into Ironsong alongside a copy of a card we don't usually see in this deck, Unsheathed. So we are immediately seeing the Dawnblade reach for. So that's going to be 3, 6,
7,
9. Yeah, 9.
9? Yeah, 9 dominate. Oh my goodness.
9 dominate on hit, draw a card. And, Shaun does also have a fridge, but doesn't have a headpiece, has access to, we're seeing the gloves being reached for, also has quick dodge if he needs it, the aura mages, and just has to throw the fridge, can't give him a card draw. Clash is going to come across, and it is one route being revealed off the top of Justin.
As well.
Yeah. But knowing a route is there is terrifying. So the math is being done 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all of it currently being cleared up, I believe.
Oh. And the problem here is if he's got a +3 reaction, 1 is taken off by the Gauntlets of Iron Will, and then 2 more can be countered with the quick dodge if need be.
But I mean, I feel like if he's doing that, you're almost happy about it as well.
Yeah, it's possible.
Shaun has committed so much equipment to this turn cycle, but you want to talk about a card that is instead going to be a +3. How about we look at something even harder?
Here we go.
Steelblade, the premier reaction from all the way back in Welcome to Race. Still one of the few supers that is actually played consistently. +1, and then if it has reprise, which turns out it does, can get a reaction card. And, we are going to be looking at Blade Flurry, a newer card coming out that Dorinthea just loves to see, particularly when we're swinging multiple times. This also threatens a card draw as well.
Yep. I think this is an excellent play by Justin Lim here. It's going to force out any of these it's going to force out these quick dodge or let them draw the 2 cards.
Yeah, and important as well, this already has go again from the Unsheath that was played earlier. So as long as it hits, we are seeing an instance where we are going to get an attack, and Shaun has committed a lot already on defense. And as long as Justin doesn't, break the chain, he knows he's getting a counter this turn. And that's when Dorinthea starts to spiral out of control.
Yep.
Now we're seeing the consideration of, do you give quick dodge in this instance? And it's hard because you've already committed 3 pieces of equipment. You have to remember the crown doesn't block, and this is only the first setup turn like this. There are plenty more in the deck.
It is difficult. I mean, I think I give it here if I'm Shaun. Yeah, okay.
Has to, and it's just going to force it out. But again, Justin doesn't get a card draw, doesn't get any damage across, but that is a lot of equipment committed.
Getting through all that equipment is excellent.
And also only 1 activation of quick dodge.
Yeah, I think the value on the quick dodge there is probably worth it. We're preventing another swing of the Dawnblade. We're preventing a extra card draw. I think it comes out in Shaun's favor. But Justin not having to worry about quick dodge for the rest of this game is fantastic news for him.
Yeah, but speaking of stuff to worry about coming across immediately, the best crackback you have, the Golden Sun is being played. Activation as well was able to tectonic plating, and this is going to be for 10 overpowers. A gold was eaten alongside it as well. And still, Shaun has access to 3 gold.
The good news for Justin is being a warrior like Dorinthea, he's got more of these reaction cards in his deck. So unlike some of your other classes where they're basically just eating 7, he can put a few more cards in front of it if he wants to. He knows there's a CNC on the top of the deck for next turn. So whether he plays around that, maybe, I'm not sure.
It looks like he's going to commit the blocks, and the card left over. This is, I guess, one of the scariest cards for your opponent to know about. And yeah, commits to block 9 here because of the
Ooh, and we
reactions.
see a Swordmaster shine there, and it looks like a provoke.
Yeah, Swordmaster Shine provoke
Provoke and
alongside
twinning. Yeah.
Twinning Blade. But that means Rout's been kept in their hand, and that Rout is going straight into the arsenal. And if you're Shaun, Rout is a terrifying card to have to deal with because
Oh,
these
yeah.
Victor decks don't run many reactions.
Oh, actually, I'm not sure if it is the route because we shuffled off Singing Steelblade.
Oh,
So
of course, you're right. Yeah, he did shuffle.
I'm not sure what card that is. So, and that also means Shaun doesn't know what it is either.
Mm.
Ooh, not opting for the CNC here. That's interesting.
Yeah, has actually passed back. Disable is going to be the option, but I guess wants to use more of the hand and knows now for Justin though. But this is so much easier to play around. He can just present a card plus one of his pieces of equipment. Yeah, including the
Yep.
Volters, not get crushed. Knows that there's no ability to pummel. Looks like he's reading the card, which I'm pretty sure that's not the case. If you've been playing Dorinthea a little bit, you know what that card does. And I'm curious as well, do we actually run Authority of Attire on the side of Justin Lim?
Oh, that's a tricky one because I'm trying to think what density of the Victor deck can support these defense reactions because they might struggle because they still want to win their clashes. But against Dorinthea, you can side in your defense reactions because it's not really a huge deal if the Dorinthian's not going to win a clash.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not happening. Oh, another Swordmasters?
Oh, is that Swordmaster? I think that's the other one. That's Gleam of the Blade. So that's
okay.
That's the one that creates a flurry token. But interesting. So it's from the Hala deck, and creating flurry tokens for the side of Dorinthea is certainly an interesting thought.
I wonder if there's a little combo that Justin's got in his deck where he can line it up to attack the 3 times. Or whether it's just extra abilities to attack twice without proccing a Dorinthea hero power.
I think there's a crazy word where if you have that plus Twinning Blade, you start to go into absolute crazy land. But you want to talk about setting it up. We've seen this one already.
Here we go.
The third copy of Steelblade Supremacy and the second copy of Ironsong Determination. But guess what he doesn't have access to? No fridge available for the side of Shaun this time. Going to use the last of his equipment blocks outside of his Aura Mages, but I think he wants to keep that for the gold. So blocking for 2 plus a card here. But Justin has the ability to get over the top, I would assume.
Yeah, I think we're going to see him draw some. Oh!
Is going to have it, but it is going to also enable the +3 over the top. So damage to leak across for the side of Justin Lim. First blood drawn in his instance. Refraction Bolt is most likely going to be cracked in this instance as well to threaten off and have the ability. Oh, and look what he
beat the Ironsong as well. I stand corrected. Victor is playing defense reactions. My goodness.
And thank God he did in this instance because so much damage. Now, you have to remember that this Dawnblade is going to come across again. And it is in an instance where he can't block with any more equipment. Sorry, I lied. He has the Aura Magus as well. So he can't actually get over with just the beat of Ironsong. In order to do that, he would actually have to... he can't. There's no way for him to get across if he decides to commit the last piece of equipment. But you want to threaten that counter anyway.
I think you need to push for the counter here.
Now,
I can also see the value in doing the setup. Ugh.
It's interesting here as well. I think he's just trying to sort of figure out, does he want to actually kind of threaten this and get the piece of equipment? Or does he want to pitch into the Brandwood Breaches and guarantee that he's going to swing tempo in his direction? Now, you have to remember, he did just use his Refraction Bolters, so he doesn't have that free source of go again anymore. But no, he's just going to, he's just going to swing.
Just going to swing. Yep.
Shaun, just opts to take it.
He's going to take it. That's very interesting. I'm surprised we didn't see the Aura Magus block here because it looks like we've got 3 gold.
Yeah, and he's going to draw a second card as well. Arsenal there. And now, it's interesting because we have 3 gold available. Has a pummel in hand as well as what I do believe is a Goldmane estate. So, he's going to play another one. So, this is so many. So,
getting the extra might. Here we go.
Does he have the Command & Conquer still in the arsenal as well?
I think he does, unless I saw it incorrectly and it was a disable. But we could be seeing... what's he drawn off the top there?
It's Ripple.
Yeah,
so it is CNC Pummel is now available here for the side of
5
Shaun.
mites for the next turn.
But also you are
This
going
is a
up
good
against
tempo play.
Dorinthea with a counter, and that is always scary. Life totals 32 to 31 as these players start to whittle their way down through the deck. Justin knows that this Command and Conquer was available and knows he's kept a lot of extra cards. Could have blocked with an additional one there and actually denied off the potential for that count. But I guess he has to give up the actual Aegis, which means that his Goldmane estates are less value.
Yeah.
Do you read the pummel here is the question. You have plenty of life to actually play with. Maybe you just give it up.
Because if you're doing that, you lose your counter. I don't think he can block 10 because without giving his whole hand, because that Courage of Blade
It'll
hold
pop if he
has
blocks with it.
it will break, won't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's got a counter on it. I'm a very reckless player, so as a brute, I'm just like force him to have it.
Yeah.
But given that we know he has it, I don't know. I think you lay your hand down and go, all right, we'll go next cycle.
I know Justin would ideally like to keep the counter around. That's how you start to get over these matchups. Now, a very important note for those of you playing along at home is that Remembrance, I do believe, is still a legal card currently.
It is.
So it is not banned until the Pro Tour, which means that is it? Yeah, it's just before. It's next week.
Yeah,
next
it's
week, right?
going. It's going on Monday. I think it's going on July.
Yeah,
6th,
after Nationals. I
after
think is what
national
they said.
season.
Yeah,
And I am so excited to live in a post-Remembrance world.
look, the deck that I've been cooking definitely is happy about that card being gone as well. But it is an instance where the Remembrance is available. So we are seeing, a lot of these Visit the Goldmane estates being played, but it's definitely not the first time. And yeah, Justin declares no blocks on the pummel.
Asked to have it.
Never punished. So the Arsenal will be gone as well as a singular card, but Justin able to keep 3 in hand, which means this counter is so much scarier now. And Shaun is unbelievably low on equipment.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you're playing Shelter of the Storm, do you think the Victor is also on Sink Below here?
I don't know. I feel like
Spoils of War.
Yeah, Spoils of War. The second copy was actually
again.
put into the bin. But yeah, the clash is coming at the perfect time. The reveal off the top, and yeah, Macho Grande going as Blade Flurry. And the second copy of Blade Flurry is also put into the bin. And so suddenly so much damage leaked across, but it was the perfect decision. And now also off the top here, the double clash available.
Victor
Iron Grip being the first one.
All. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but does actually lose the second clash. Is he going to pop a gold? No, decides it doesn't matter. And the curse continues of not being able to to be able to win this clash, the double clash on stream. But again, the counter gone, and suddenly that turns so much damage leaked across, and Shaun just blunts all of the aggression, and now has 5 mites available for this turn coming up.
Yeah, the Blade Flurry off the top there is Blade Flurry out of hand is brutal.
Ooh, I don't even know what card that is.
I'm guessing it's one
of these. Is that Thunk?
I think it's one of the 3 for 7s from MPG. Is going to be my guess.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Oh no, he made a Seismic. So.
Oh, is it an alt art boulder drop?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. I think that's what it is.
Yep. Oh, no, he had a Seismic on the previous turn as well. That's how he had the 2 floating. So yeah, so I think that is a boulder drop for 12.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but boulder drop wasn't already good enough, and Shaun kind of pedal to the metal here. Has no defensive equipment left available, but definitely in a situation the counter has been fought for, and it is one of these things where I don't actually know how.
Oh, it's Fault Line.
Fault Line.
When this deals 4 or more damage to a hero, put all cards in all arsenals on the bottom of their owner's deck. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, either way, we are going to see, Fault Line. Beautiful art on that one as well.
Yeah.
Another card that we see super frequently.
It's a nice 3 for 7. We love to see it.
The ultimate pummel card as well.
True. If you make CNC pummel at home.
Yeah, but if you have the pummel in the arsenal at the start, it gets +1.
Very nice. Very nice.
Makes the math even harder. But now, Justin, sort of going through the deck. And this is an interesting thing you have to remember with a deck like Dorinthea, which is the fact that Remembrance isn't very good in the deck. Because you don't, it can only get action cards back. Yeah. And yes, there are some very key actions that we've seen already, but the strength, and just gonna full commit the block.
Yeah, handful of blues, it looks like. Save some life.
Yeah, We're seeing already now the life deficit, and Shaun just going to get a pass back. Justin deciding to opt to set up a big 5-card hand, and you give Victor this much space, it is a bit scary because it can just start
Yeah.
cracking gold if need be. And speaking of boulder
Here's
drop,
the
there
boulder
it
drop.
is. Does he have the pommel in hand? Is the question you're asking if you're Justin Lim. And I actually really like tectonic plating in these Victor decks as well. Obviously, the block value is super important, but it makes all of these like it kind of like self fulfills because the decks are running a lot of 3 for 7, 7 for 3s. So just being able to like kind of churn seismic back to back to back to back is certainly like if you're playing this kind of value game.
Yeah, you kind of keep your resource up, just floating around the place, and then on the turn you need it, you get a discount. It's fantastic.
Yeah, again, just some of this welcome to Wraith equipment we're seeing on both sides of the table here, still showing its prevalence and prowess throughout the years. So now Justin has a big decision to make is in a situation where he needs to kind of consider. And I've also just realized, Lachlan, that he is running a whiteboarded Dorinthea, which I think is hilarious.
I do like that. I do like that very much. But as you were saying as well, the life gap from Victor, it's going to be very hard to catch up here, especially because these Goldmane estates have just bought Shaun so much velocity through the game to keep the pressure on, because there'll be a disruptive hit after the Goldmane estates, and then the next turn there's another 5 mites and whatever we were going to do anyway. It's so good.
Unsheath to be present and
Okay.
just Unsheath in this deck in particular does also always give a go again because it is a base 3. Actually, I say that if it's got a counter, I don't think it does. Actually, is it base?
No, it needs to be
has double
greater. It needs to be
base?
greater. Yeah.
Oh, greater. So I wonder if there's a way for him to make it greater in this instance. And now we'll see. Yeah, just gonna pass back, just takes the damage, but knows that it doesn't actually have like there's not a huge amount that he can do if he doesn't block. And then the crackback as well. Spinal gonna come across here. Also, just super efficient, makes another seismic as well. And we talked about it before, Lachlan. You have these front pumps available, Steelblade spoils alongside glistening Steelblade as well, which we haven't seen yet. So losing go again doesn't sound like it's super important for Dorinthea, but sometimes it can be devastating.
Yeah. It's tough as well because if you commit 2 cards here, you're playing more into Victor's game plan where you sort of want to block with 2 cards. He's happy to block with 2 cards, send 2 cards. So what do you do here? I don't think you can take it. So you're blocking all 9, maybe.
Yeah, but these trades. If we talk, if we think this could go to second, maybe even third cycle, all of these trades for the sign of Shaun Leow have been super beneficial. Just being able to trade, a singular card here for, in instances, Justin's entire hand.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And we were sort of saying before, but I wouldn't be surprised if Shaun is on at least a copy, if not multiple, of Remembrance. So knows he can shuffle power back into the deck as well. And we've only seen 1 Goldmane estate, and he's still sitting on 3 gold if you don't include the Aura Mages.
Yeah, I think we do. I think you're right. There's probably a copy of Remembrance in this deck. It's just such a good card, and it means not that we've seen it happen in this game, but you can block with your power cards early if you need to, and then you can always shuffle them back in later. And that's part of the reason I'm happy and excited to see what the world looks like without it, because it'll make these decisions so much more interesting. Yeah, I think we've got 1 Goldmane estate to go. Pitching Arouse the Ancients here,
and I think that actually is Remembrance underneath it as well.
I think it might be.
Yeah, just doesn't need it at this point. You know what I mean? Like that Remembrance represents so much damage later in the game, particularly if Shaun can keep this gold around. And now just once again considering Justin, our current Australian national champion, the reigning, so trying to maintain. And again, there's so much flesh and blood to go. Even a loss here does not. It's the thing I like about these 2 days events is the fact of like you've got games to give. Now, obviously,
you can rally. You can rally.
Yeah. We've seen people like Pablo Pintor come back from a 0-2 to win the Pro Tour, at least early on in Flesh of Blood's infancy. So definitely plenty to play for here, and a big block being committed. And now Justin has to consider, how do I actually claw this game back? What am I setting up for? Because we've seen thus far 2 big setup turns be completely blunted by Shaun.
Yeah. What are we playing to here? Like, how are we planning to win instead of to just not die? What's our setup? What's our goal? I think it's probably. Is it glistening? Oh
no! What he's done is he's actually just deciding. You know what? I'm taking another turn off, but he set up a flurry token now.
That's very interesting.
Flurry is super powerful in Dorinthea as well. We see it in the holodeck where it is also incredibly strong, but saying, you know what, my Dawnblade being able to swing twice regardless,
Yeah.
even and then you hit and you have the Dorinthea, like you can swing 3 times super easily, especially if they block the first swing.
And it also asks your victor on a turn cycle like that, where you set up one card, it asks your victor player to try and convert the rest of their hand because they probably wanted to convert a reasonable portion of that defensively.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we just see a disable coming in here, pitching all 3 cards for it.
I was going to say super over pitching for it as well. Golden Sun alongside of one of those clash cards, and then of course Macho Grande being pitched here. So just 7. A blue 7's pretty good, particularly with a very relevant on hit, but
Yeah.
before pretty easy to clean up. And Justin I wouldn't also be surprised if he just says, I don't need the arsenal. I've got a flurry token on these 4 cards in hand. This is pump time.
Yeah. I think one way or another we're losing a card here, so we're either getting the card out of arsenal or we're getting a card from hand. I don't know if you want to commit 2 cards from hand. It's possible we see a card from hand and Courage of Bladehold if the arsenal is that good, but I'm not sure it is.
I think the way he gets back into this game is the 3rd copy of Ironsong Determination alongside something like Listening Steelblade with the flurry token.
Yeah, can he set it up a 3rd time?
Yeah, because there's not a huge amount of equipment left for the side of Shaun. As we said, there's not a huge amount of D-reacts in the deck. We've only seen the copies of Shelter. And Glistening Steelblade says every time it hits. So if you are threatening 3 and, let's go Magical Christmas Land here, 4 attacks in a turn with Dominate.
Oh.
Because, we see Courage. He could pop it. And then, alongside the Flurry, alongside something like Twinning Blade, there are ways in which this deck can just start machine gunning the Dawnblade.
Yeah, that would be a fantastic way to catch up this life deficit. Oh, we do see 2 cards.
Yeah, so Also's conscious of the life total, knows there was no pummel being threatened in this instance, but now we'll see the pass back, and this is where it starts to get. So actually pitching away the 3rd copy of Ironsong Determination. So wants to have that in the late game, wants to be able to, and this is important as well.
Oh,
can swing, but the Trounce coming across, pummel being revealed, and the Glistening Steelblade. Is going to opt to spend a gold here as well to put the pummel on the bottom, but Glistening on the top. And if you're on the side of Justin Lim, maybe you're a little bit sad. But yeah, just going to bottom this one here. Reveal. Just going to be another reaction.
Here we go. That's a win on the Trounce.
Trounce finally getting. I swear that card never wins the first one on stream. Because the gold being created as well does draw her up again. Now, this is the thing with Dorme, does not have go again, has another way of generating a flurry token. So we actually weren't far away from me. If we had constant goal again, from me able to swing this Dawnblade more times than you should be allowed to in a game.
Yeah. And I think it's cool as well to see a card like Nip at the Heels in a deck like this, giving you extra. Nip at the Heels, I think it's just +1, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
I got it confused with Trot Along for the unconditional go again, but just the +1. Very interesting.
I guess it's a
little bit of lunging press.
Yeah, hey, I mean lightning press. Sorry, yeah, you're right, lunging
Block
press.
3 lunging press.
Yeah, hey, that sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, it's just an interesting decision, but it's something we've seen, and also Trot Along again, incredibly powerful in this deck.
Yeah,
which is so funny to say.
I love that card. I think it's so cool. It just has lots of nice little use cases.
Yeah. Shane loves it. For those of you, if you're out there and you're deciding you want to play some Sage Chain, and you're like me, you're playing Boomer Chain where you're not doing the Runegate thing, Trottle on, excellent.
Oh, here we go. Make another flurry.
Yeah, a second flurry will be created here. Doesn't kind of trigger
Doesn't have to go again,
but just another setup turn, and we did leak a bit of damage. But once again, Shaun just has so much here. A couple of mites alongside a Vigor token and that Seismic Surge. Only had to commit a singular card on defense as well. And drew it up. So still has a big 5-card hand here, and we've already seen 2 pummels.
Monstrous.
Here we go. A little bit of over pitching once again. Is it just another? It is. It's another blue disable. This time coming in for 9 at least. But I mean, this is I think the scary thing for the side of Justin Lim. All of these attacks have been super impactful, super and a lot of damage. They're Shaun's blue base. He has
Yeah.
so much power left in the deck. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's exceptional. And being able to send these attacks just to make sure that every turn you're ripping at least one card from your opponent from somewhere, whether it's the arsenal, whether it's the hand, just to make sure that no, you can't have a 5-card hand. You've got to play by my rules here. And in a deck like Dorinthea, where you want all your cards, that's very tough.
It's interesting though, because like you are right. You always want all your cards in Dorinthea, ideally, but it's almost like you can't even necessarily. It's one of the few decks where you want all your cards, even if you can't convert them, because the more cards that you keep in hand, the more math your opponent has to do, and the more they're going to start doing really weird blocking.
Yeah, you can bait them into making the wrong decision just by having blues in your hand. It's not amazing, but if it's damage, it's damage, right?
Exactly, and it looks pretty dire for the side of Justin at this point versus Victor, but you have to remember is that if this Dawnblade gets a counter, a singular counter, it can flip the entire script unbelievably quickly, because every block becomes inefficient for the side of Shaun, and it starts to sort of snowball. And if he can chip away at that life total, maintaining his own with a counter, it gets real scary real fast.
I agree. Oh, but it looks like we're reaching for the 9 block here. That's going to be sad news for this flurry token, potentially.
At least we'll have the 2 copy here. He's just going to block for the full 9. Another copy of Nip at the Heels being put in the bin. I mean, hey, you run it for a blue block 3.
Yeah, look, it
sometimes does something. It sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, just a pass back.
Oh, my apologies. Flurry doesn't break at the start of turn. It just breaks when you attack with a weapon.
It's on attack.
Oh,
Command and Conquer. Hey, do you like that arsenal? You've been protecting it for several turns at this point. I'm threatening it. I'm threatening the world here, to be honest. He made a seismic and then CNC'd with 3 other cards in hand. Oh, sorry, 2 other cards plus the arsenal. So you are like, it's scary, right? But you also know that these Victor decks can't always convert 5-card hands.
Yeah, I think in this case, I'm not worried about Pummel here. We've seen one go to the bottom. I've been wrong before, though. There's a first time for everything.
True.
Are you worried about Pummel here if you're Justin Lim?
I'm gonna be so honest with you. I've just decided I'm never worried about Pummel, because I've been pummeled by the most ridiculous cards in the most ridiculous decks before that I've just decided not to care. I've been pummeled in Lexi. I've been pummeled in Chain.
Yeah.
I've pummeled people with Enigma. Blue pummeled people with Enigma. At this point, I don't care. And neither did Justin. And as a result, here we go. It's going to start it off.
Here we go.
Importantly, though, Steelblade Supremacy was actually pitched with. And we're finally popping Courage of Bladehold.
I think this is excellent. We've got a guaranteed 2 attacks with Dawnblade here, just off the Spoils of War, the Dawnblade. The Spoils of War and the Flurry. Oh, the 3rd Testifying Grip. Oh, no.
The Clash of Bravado. Now, there's no auras to break, luckily. So that Flurry token is already gone. But, it was the Warrior's Valor too. Did have the opportunity for a 3-turn attack. Has a second copy of Singing Steelblade in hand, though. So can get over the top here should he need to.
Because you're probably looking for Blade Flurry, right?
You either look for Blade Flurry or you could, because I guess what you find Blade Flurry, you can find Glint, maybe. Yeah, he's gonna take it back. He's actually gonna opt not to, and he's just gonna say, you know what? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna put this in the bin instead. Warrior's Valor, I believe, is going to get played now. So a +3 and then a second attack. And this is important to note as well. On hit, we make some copper, but more importantly, Dorinthea will be turned on and you can swing again.
Yeah.
But the whole hand's just going to be given. Just
what a time to have those 4 blocks.
Oh my God. Just the one turn Justin tried to turn the corner, set it all up, pop Courage, and it also had to be the turn that Shaun didn't have gas and had literally 4 clash blocking cards in hand. Just nothing going right for the side of Justin Lim.
That's very rough.
Oh, of course.
At first
Sorry.
swing of Miller's Grindstone.
And yeah, sorry, he made a gold in all of that as well, which meant he drew the copy of Ripple away, and so still is able to present a terrifying, to be honest, threat, because you're never winning this clash and you are just losing cards.
Yeah, this is a very unfortunate position. Oh, to give 2 cards here instead of the health and 1 card from deck. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, just Dawnblade being
Caring
swung.
about the threat density in deck, though. We know there's a lot of power cards left in there still, hopefully, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disable being blocked with. Now,
Bit of traditional Fab there.
Glistening Steelblade is in the arsenal for the side of Justin Lim. But we've also seen Shaun have so many ways of attacking. Oh, yeah, again, another one. So it's got +1, and then on hit, both players discard their arsenal.
Starting to feel like every card in this deck says destroy your arsenal. And if it's not that card, it says visit the Goldmane estate.
Yeah, or it's literally been cards that clash and ruin all of the offensive output Justin's had.
Yeah.
Spinal Crushers and Arsenal Disruption. That's been the entire gameplay for the side of Shaun. Also found, I think it is the second copy of Remembrance as well, because we've had no shuffle, and I'm pretty sure we're not back to that second cycle. So Shaun is on 2 and does have the opportunity now, if he wants to shuffle it away.
I think we see it played here, probably, right?
I would imagine. You don't want to IP it, I don't think.
Yeah. What are you grabbing? You're grabbing 2
gold
2 visits and then probably a CNC, maybe?
Or Spinal.
Spinal, true, Spinal.
We've seen 2 copies of Spinal go to the bin as well. You could also actually, and this is what I think is so gross, is if you really wanted to kind of because you have so much power left, you could also just get back like a Clash of Bravado.
True.
Oh no, he's got a Golden Sun in there. He has a Golden Sun in the bin.
Yeah, well. I was wondering about, because normally you see them pick up Golden Sun, but against Dorinthea, I guess it's still 10 damage. So the overpower, overpower not as. Oh, here we go. At first, Glistening.
Yeah, had to. Oh, it still has cards in hand though. So yeah, he did bottom one of the Glistening, but had the second copy in hand. Now Glistening gives go again, and then also each time you hit gets a +1 counter. 2 cards, and this is where it does start to get scary. And yeah, you see immediately Shaun reaching over, like, what reactions do you have? Yeah, and it is scary. And this is one of the things I love doing when I play Warriors. We've seen already he blocked with a Swordmaster's Shine, right?
Yeah.
So you know that there's a +5 looming in the deck.
Yeah.
You know that he's on route. And so the math becomes super hard. And I love in reaction-based decks, one-ofs.
Yeah.
One-ofs that you think of multiple copies.
Yeah, it's fantastic, because then you have them guessing about how many there really are. Like, do I have to worry about 3 of these? Do I have to worry about 2 of these? But could it be something else? I am also wishing we could have paid money to see a double Glistening Steelblade turn here.
Oh, God.
Very good from Shaun to keep the pressure on, to make sure that he didn't have to stare that down. But looks like he's in the tank a little bit, checking for what these threats could be.
I think the scary thing is that a lot of the threats have been blocked with.
We got a CNC in hand here.
Justin Lim. And we're going to see Ripple Away being blocked with. Oh my God, the +1.
Let's go.
No way. The +1, nip
go.
at the heels, might be the first time we get a counter available for the
Yes!
Dawnblade. Oh my God, +1. No, has the shelter though. He's going to cover it up, but I think he's actually playing it as a reaction. So yeah, I was going to say, you're using a full defense reaction for +1. Nip at the heels almost.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever been more excited for a reaction to be played in my entire life. Ooh.
Oh, and the CNC here. Once again, would you like to keep your arsenal, Justin?
Oh. Look, I think it's... I actually think it's one of these games where by the 4th copy of something that destroys your arsenal, you start playing like it's gravy, and you just stop arsenaling.
True. You know, is there a world where you can do that?
I don't think so, because the other thing with all of these compared to something like Gravy is that every single attack is for 10.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
2 blocks. And yeah, we're just seeing so many of these big reds being forced out. Now, Warriors Valor, the classic coming through. So it is going to be for 6.
And here's the play. Another nip of the heels to bring it to 7, and off we go.
Yep, to bring it to 7 and then pass.
No. This is the one turn. He doesn't have a 4 block, surely.
Oh, he
Surely.
actually also has a Tropple Darnie in hand. So
Oh,
only 3 cards defensively, but has also found a copy of the Golden Sun. And hey, says, you know what? Oh, he's got the Remembrance in Arsenal too. So he's
yeah.
like, I don't need this right now. And nope, just pass back.
No nip at the heels, unfortunately.
Have we seen Dawnblade swing a second time this whole game?
With
the exception of like the Courage turn.
Okay. I'm trying to
Always.
remember. Yeah,
I think so.
I think only with the Flurry Courage turn is the one I can think of.
I was gonna say the one turn where it didn't rely on hitting.
Yeah.
Boulder drop as well. Every single card that Shaun has attacked with has threatened something that is important for Justin. The other thing that's being threatened that's important for Justin is his entire life total at this point. 10 plays 29 for the side of our Dorinthea player and current Australian national champion.
Yeah. And the rough news about this as well is like I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he's down on deck damage as well, because the efficiency of this Victor deck to block out means that you're not converting cards from your opponent's deck by attacking with your Dawnblade, unfortunately.
We see the Twinning Blade that was pitched.
Oh, down to 1.
It goes to 1 here. And now the Dawnblade will swing across another clash defensively.
A clash of might.
That's, I mean,
see, I thought I saw that card before, but I wasn't sure. It's like, surely it's not on Clash of Might.
Well,
wow.
I mean, it is pretty good. Sigil going to be played in this instance. Not what I expected coming out from
that
Justin
might be
Lim.
one of your one-ofs.
I
haven't seen any others.
No, and you know what? I'm kind of glad that is the case. But
yeah,
29 plays. I was going to say plays 4, right? Oh,
I
think the life totals might be a little bit wrong, but either way, now we're going to see coming across. Just, you know that you're in a bit of a problem when they're just sending in every card for 9 every single time when you're sitting at 2. This is like the worst position to be in when you're playing Flesh and Blood.
And all these, you can just pitch all these blues for if there's no threat, and like even if Shaun wants to, he doesn't have to block really anymore. And he can just convert his hands for damage every time to just grind Justin out here. I think it's a very tough spot to recover from.
I think the worst thing that you can actually hear from the side of, if you're in Justin's seat right now, like the absolute worst thing you could hear from Shaun is just him say no blocks.
Yeah.
like the moment he says no blocks, you're like, well.
Cool. Lunchtime.
Yeah. Does have a glistening. So this is one of the few things that may actually rip cards. But again, if Shaun just looks down in the hand and goes, yep, fine by me. No, yeah, I like it. Play tight, respect it.
Yeah.
Coming through. And just once again, 2 cards. Yep, great. I'm just going to now send another big beater that probably threatens the Arsenal again, if I'm being honest.
I think it's 1 card left in deck, which is that Glint the Quicksilver here.
Yeah, and just the concession will be lent across as Justin gets grinded out